Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue looking at stories and what makes a good story. Today we are going to be reading a new story called The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Before we begin our story, I want to welcome you by having you look at this focusing question. How do authors sequence events? Look at those two words, sequence, events. What do we know about the word events? Stories have events. Events tell us what is happening in a story. It can include the problem, the resolution, or whatever the character experiences. Those are our events. How do authors sequence events? That word sequence means to put something in order. So look at the bottom of your screen. It has some events in a sequence, in order. First, you see a seed. Next, you see a plant begin to grow. Then the plant is a little more grown, it has more leaves, and finally, you see a sunflower. Those events, what is happening, were put into an order. They were sequenced. So today, as we read, we are going to think about how authors put a story in order. We are going to be reading The Three Billy Goats Gruff by Paul Galdone. As I read the story, I want you to think in your mind, what do I notice? What do I wonder? Boys and girls, look at the cover of this book, The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Think about what you know about books that tell a story or fiction stories and books that give us information or nonfiction text. What do you think this book is going to be, a fiction or a nonfiction text? Once upon a time, there were three billy goats. They lived in a valley, and the name of all three billy goats was Gruff. There was very little grass in the valley, and the billy goats were hungry. They wanted to go up the hillside to a fine meadow full of grass and daisies, where they could eat and eat and eat and get fat. But on the way up there was a bridge over a rushing river, and under the bridge lived a troll who was as mean as he was ugly. First, the youngest billy goat Gruff decided to cross the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap, went the bridge. "Who's that tripping over my bridge?" roared the troll. "Oh, it's only I, the tiniest billy goat Gruff," said the billy goat in his very small voice. "And I'm going to the meadow to make myself fat." "No, you're not," said the troll, "for I'm coming to gobble you up." "Oh, please don't take me. I'm too little, that I am," said the billy goat. "Wait till the second billy goat Gruff comes. He's much bigger." "Well then, be off with you," said the troll. A little later, the second billy goat Gruff came to cross the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, went the bridge. "Who's that tripping over my bridge?" roared the troll. "Oh, it's only I, the second billy goat Gruff," and I'm going up to the meadow to make myself fat," said the billy goat, and his voice was not so small. "No, you're not," said the troll, "for I'm coming to gobble you up." "Oh, please don't take me. Wait a little till the third billy goat Gruff comes. He's much bigger." "Very well, be off with you," said the troll. Then up came the third billy goat Gruff. "Trip trap, trip trap, trip trap, trip trap," went the bridge. The third billy goat Gruff was so heavy that the bridge creaked and groaned under him. "Who's that tramping over my bridge?" roared the troll. "It is I, the big billy goat Gruff," said the billy goat, and his voice was as loud as the troll's. "Now I'm coming to gobble you up," roared the troll. "Well, come along," said the big billy goat Gruff. "I've got 2 horns and 4 hard hooves. See what you can do." So up climbed that mean, ugly troll, and the big billy goat Gruff buffeted him with his horns, and he trampled him with his hard hooves, and he tossed him over the bridge into the rushing river. Then the big billy goat Gruff went up the hillside to join his brothers. In the meadow, the 3 billy goats Gruff got so fat that they could hardly walk home again. They are probably there yet. So snip, snap, snout, the tales told out. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the story, The 3 Billy Goats Gruff. As I was reading, I hope you were able to notice and maybe wonder about a few things that you saw in the story. I noticed that the 3 billy goats talked to the troll under the bridge, and they all told him different things. Something else I noticed that all the billy goats made a different sound when they crossed the bridge. One of them said trip trap, the second trip trap, trip trap, and the third heaviest billy goat made noises so that the bridge creaked inside under his weight. So those were a couple things that I noticed. Maybe you noticed something the same, maybe you noticed something different. Now, since we just read that story, I want us to look at a quick story map or story elements. Next time, we're going to revisit this story and we're going to fill in some of this ourselves. Let's look at the first line. It says character. You've had a lot of practice with identifying the characters. In the story, The 3 Little Pigs, in the story, The Little Red Hen, and other stories you've read this year in kindergarten. In this story, we have 4 main characters. We have the 3 billy goats Gruff, the smallest billy goat Gruff, the medium-sized billy goat Gruff, and the biggest billy goat Gruff. And then we have our villain, the troll, who lives under the bridge. Let's look at our setting, where and when this story takes place. This story takes place in a meadow, crossing a river over a bridge. Oh, our problem has to do with that troll. And then we can think about the events. Remember, that was our focusing question today, the sequencing of events. We're lucky. This story has those 3 main characters, and it says events 1, 2, 3. And at the end is the resolution, the end of the problem. Like I said, next time we're going to revisit this story and fill in our story map. We've looked at our characters and setting, and then we're going to identify our problems, our events, and our resolution.